Hello, Damien Itami here, a longtime Chumbud. I watched Gargura's debut and didn't miss a single stream from her for 5 years. I want to take a look at her final song, Ash Again, share how this song makes this Chumbud feel. We'll watch the video together and go back over it, pick it apart, and I'll give my final thoughts at the end. Well, without any further yapping,
face to face this time again. We walk once more to the end. Burn it down, burn it down. Waves can't put out my flame. Death will never write my name. Burn it down, burn it down. They say the memory of me is fading. I've heard it all before. Don't tell me everyone around is waiting.
oh, that's a nice transition. Goes really well with the music.
Tear it down, burn it down, and they won't believe. Better tear it down, burn it
Visuals are so
down.
good.
When the world falls through, and all is ash again, while you all pretend, if this is the end, I'll do it again. Voices rise in my head, the hands that pull at my thread, let them drown, burn it down, wait for washing the tide, in the abysses where I will hide, let them drown, burn it down. They say the memory of me is fading. I've heard it all before. Don't tell me everyone around is waiting.
Oh, epic, epic.
Tear it down, burn it down, and they're hoping. Better tear it down, burn it down. When the world falls through, and all is ash again, while you all pretend, if this is the end, I'll do it again. We swim against the current, safe in dark, we change as smoke returns to rain. Navigating sunken depths and all of its debris. And no more hands upon my words, they only speak for me. For all the ones who tried to silence thunder, I'm the
Wow. Wow. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Man, this is definitely the single greatest piece of artwork I have ever laid eyes on. The way the music, the lyrics, and animation all come together to create such an amazing work of art definitely move the hearts of us all to feel what Gura was feeling all this time. I really love it when music is an expression of the heart and the soul, and you can tell with this animation, this music, these lyrics, every bit of this is Gura screaming. All right. Well, we're going to pick it apart now, scene by scene, line by line. Well, not every line. All right. So right off the bat, we got the two Guras. Now I know in her previous, or not her previous, her very first original song, Reflect, there was this internal conflict that she was expressing between a red Gura and a blue Gura. But after watching this video and seeing these scenes, I don't think we're looking at red Gura and we're not looking at blue Gura. We're looking at different parts of her heart that knows what's good for her, what's best for her, what she needs to do to move forward and help herself be better. And we're also looking at a part of her that is just in love with where she is right now and doesn't want to move. That's what I get the impression of with these two Guras.
Face to face this time again.
Mm.
We walk once more to the end.
All right, yeah. All right, these first two lines. I noticed the first time paying attention to the lyrics. It feels like these first four lines really reference myth. I mean, the first line, which she's talking about time, it feels like it's connecting with Ame, saying she's face to face with time again. Feels like it could be interpreted a few ways. I feel it's more talking about the time between her streams the last couple years, where we were lucky to get one stream in a month, honestly. I wonder how she felt knowing full well all the time that passed between those streams. Like how how much did that time weigh her down? And this line right here, we walk once more to the end. I really feel like this is a connection to Ina, priestess of an eldritch god, the end of the world. But in Agura's case, the end is clearly her graduating. And that she herself said that this was a long time coming. I also can't help think that we're always marching to the end. And we never miss a step. And this is just a realization of that.
Burn it down. Waves can't put out my flame.
Well, this one's obviously connecting to Kiara with the mention of flame. And thinking of Gura in this, I feel she's expressing that her creativity hasn't been diminished. And waves of the burnout that she spoke of in past, well, I know she talked about it a lot in the member streams in the past, feeling like she's burnt out or she doesn't want to be in the spotlight anymore, and she just kind of wants to take a step back. But uh, it, but all this time, I also feel certainly has not put her flame out, especially with some of the crazy streams we're getting here at the end. She's still a goofball, a very lovable goofball.
Death will never write my name.
And death is clearly a connection with Mori Calliope. And I fully agree with this sentiment in the song. Death will never write her name. Gura has immortalized herself in VTubing history. And whenever they speak of the greats and the best in VTubing ever, her name will always be spoken. Kiryu Koko may have been the one that built the bridge from the east to the west when it comes to VTubing, but Gargura is the one that paved almost every damn road, because I have heard so many testimonies from so many different VTubers saying this little shark girl, Gargura, is their inspiration to do what they do. Because it's clear and obvious her personality. She is shy. And there's plenty of introverted VTubers that have decided to use her inspiration of her coming out so that they can come out. And we've seen a lot of positivity from that, and some negativity, but there's always bad with the good.
Burn it down.
That's intense image.
They say the memory of me is fading.
Alright, I have to make an argument here. I don't know who told her this lie, but like I said before, when people speak of the greatest VTubers of all time, Gura's name will be spoken in those convos for generations to come in the West. Her memory will never fade.
I've heard it all before. Don't tell me everyone around is waiting.
Oh, yeah, this one. Everybody's waiting. Oh god. I wonder if, I can only imagine the pressure this line placed on her small shoulders. And whoever kept telling her this, I hope they said it in a very nice way, because this can be taken as a very mean and scathing comment if you're telling it to someone like Gura. I mean, she's pretty strong, she's pretty resilient. She can take comments as well as she can deal them. She said some pretty funny stuff and roasted chat plenty of times. But yeah, this seriously, don't say this to Gura. Oh, this transition is great.
Tear it down, burn it down, and they won't be. Gonna tear it down,
Transition
burn
from
it
that white silhouette to the actual
when the world falls through, and all is ash again. While you all pretend, if this is the end, I'll do it again.
All right, I got to make a comment about that chorus. The last part of the chorus really hits, because she says, "I'll do it again," which usually that phrase and that term is always used to mention I don't have any regrets. Like, I'll do it all over again because I did nothing wrong and I had a great time doing it. But also, I kind of really wonder who this they is and the you and these people being mentioned in the chorus. I can't really interpret that very well. I'm sure Gura knows best. All right, let's keep going. The visuals there were pretty good. I mean, there's this determined, strong Gura walking forward, just stepping the hell on that flower there, and then the goofy Gura behind her, kind of tiptoeing over it and tripping a little bit is what it looked like. It's a good contrast between the two Guras. All right, that's a powerful thing right there. That's a very powerful thing. I feel the voices are her doubts, her concerns, her thoughts, everything just swirling in her head, and the hands are referencing the people around her speaking that are pulling at those thoughts. I mean, I've listened well to her words on her first stream after her graduation announcement. I know she's always been a shy girl, but when it comes to heavy topics, I feel she conveyed what she could. And it felt like she had so much more to say and just couldn't say it. If she doesn't put her feelings into words to us before she leaves, I'm sure this song itself, it just speaks deeper depths than even she knows. And there's a lot of people that are going to be interpreting this. I mean, I'm certainly doing it, and I've seen others interpret it. There will always be left words. There will always be words left unspoken after all. Yeah, she's been hiding a lot. Doors her exits. Those ships are her obstacles. That's such a cool effect. Summoning the dragon, breaking the ship.
Tear it down, burn it down.
Blood flying.
Tear it down, burn it down. When the world falls through and all is ash again, while you all pretend.
All right, I gotta stop it right there. Right there. This scene, Gura's trying to stop Gura. I mean, the one that wants to stay, the one that loves everyone around here, that loves what she's doing, that loves Hololive. This is definitely the first look at the conflict within Gura. It makes me feel she knew for quite some time she needed to move on for her own health and well-being. But she said many times in her streams how much she loves Hololive and everyone around her. So making this choice and following through as she has, I can only imagine that this has to have been the hardest thing she's done since she stepped into our lives.
We swim against the current, safe in dark. We change as smoke returns to rain, navigating sunken depths and all of its debris.
Yeah, I'm gonna take navigating sunken depths and all of its debris as Gura exploring the depths of the ocean of all her emotions, because you definitely got to take a dive in there and figure some things out if you're gonna walk away from something like this.
No more hands upon my words, say only
Yeah, this is also a very powerful statement by her. She's telling us that her words are going to speak for her and not to listen to all the theory crafters or the rats out there or the schizo posters and social media. Her song will tell her hearts what she wants to convey. All right, yeah, silencing thunder. That whole thing. I kind of can't really help it but smirk at this line. I mean, she knows full well that she is standing at the very top. Those who try to silence her, probably referring to the haters and the doubters and those social media schizo posters who really think they can craft her narrative somehow. I mean, there's plenty of people who've really tried their best to start controversies around here. Like, there's plenty of subhuman filth out there. But let's continue. All of this is powerful. These silhouettes of all the myth girls. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. She may have been standing at the top, but not for a moment did she ever stand alone. That is for certain. And I also got to make a comment on this line right here on the Ina silhouette. Ships sail winds of jealousy. Like I was saying a little while ago, there have been some subhuman filth out there that have tried starting controversies over Gura because they lack talent, personality, and skill that put Gura at the top. And they will never know the heights that Gura has. I'm not going to name names, but if you know, you know. Because weeds can only stand out if they choke out and kill everything beautiful around them. Jealousy is an ugly thing, and so are weeds. That was happening. That was happening. See if I can get the frame. Mouse. Click frame. Frame. Ah! I missed it. Just a second ago. Yeah, when these two clash, there's like a brief frame, a very brief frame of two big sharks just fighting each other, and it's pretty epic. All right. So that very last scene right there, that in the final chorus, the animation is speaking some volumes here. This is Gura and Gura on Gura and Gura violence. With the end of every conflict comes reconciliation. I can only admire her resolve here when the two Guras become one. Because even though I know her walking through that door means we'll never see her again, I can only see her off with a smile. And there she goes. Credits. All right. So I'm going to address something I just said a moment ago. Um, I fully understand that the woman behind the avatar is going to move on and do great things. And we all pray for her health and happiness wherever the hand of destiny guides her. But I'm not going to sit here and lie to myself and say that we aren't witnessing the character Gargura being laid to rest. VTuber graduations have always left a weird hole in my heart. When we see an agency VTuber leave and go indie, or an indie rebrand, or an indie join an agency with a new persona, it isn't hard to follow and keep watching. I mean, it's the same person. It's the individual behind the avatar that we connected with and learned to love, but at the same time, they're different. It's a different character, a different avatar. Even though it's the same person creating content for us, it doesn't feel the same. And it probably never will. It still feels like we lost something along the way. It's easy to get lost in fun times because we never knew we were making memories. We were just having fun. It reminds me of the ancient Persian adage when the king asked his wise men to give him words that will make him happy when he is sad. Though words will also make you sad when you're happy. They simply say, "This too shall pass." Goodbye, Gura. You made me smile when I'd forgotten how, and I will always be grateful to you for that.